Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, Hiba. How are you?
I'm fine. How
Thanks.
are you?
I am okay, thank you, God. Tagreed, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are
Good
you?
evening. I'm fine. What
Thank
about
you.
you?
I am okay. Thank you for asking. I think we have to wait for your friends to come. Okay, just a few minutes.
Teacher?
Hiba, are you okay?
ايه تمام بس
Mm.
بليز ممكن تبعت لنا الفيرب تعود البس اللي ورجتنا اياهم الفعل الماضي هديك المرة؟
The irregular verbs?
Yes.
Holy God, didn't I send the irregular verbs? Okay, I know the problem that too much things are struggling in my head. By the way, Hiba, I think I have to do it now. If I don't, I won't remember, I know. So let me do it now. Mm, this is tenses. Thank you for reminding me. And you have to forgive me at the same time because too much things I have to do daily. Yeah, absolutely. Please, guys, you have, as I told you, you have to memorize at least 5 verbs and try the best to put the verbs into context just to be able to remember them. Let me send them now because I know if I don't now, I won't later. So let me do it. This is it. Again, please try to save this file because it's really important. Someone is trying to join us. Raed is trying to join us twice. Okay, I think Zainab is coming. Diala is coming. Amazing. Let me accept them and let's start because at 8 I have a class and we don't have too much time to lose. Jamila is coming. Okay, so let me open the book and let's complete. I think now we have to complete practicing the past continuous. As I told you guys, the past continuous tense is one of the most important tenses. You have to know how to use it and absolutely when to use it, especially if you are talking about two actions. So this is the book, and I think now we have to apply practicing this tense with the story of a show. So let me go down how we have to complete. Yeah, thanks God. Okay, so
Teacher, can
mm,
you send
I
the
did.
recording?
Recording. I'm sorry, I thought irregular verbs. The recording about the previous lesson.
Yes.
Okay, Jamila, take my promise. Tomorrow I will be busy. I can't. On Friday, absolutely I can. I will do it Friday morning. And not only the previous class, even today's class, I'm going to upload it, Jamila.
Okay, don't
Yes, I,
forget, please.
I want, I promise.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So guys, I think now we have, as I told you, we have to apply everything we've said with this exercise. Now let's try to read the EDS blog and let's try to apply or use these verbs in their correct tense. Okay, now wait, let me erase my board. I know that we have a recording, but let's try to solve it before listening to the recording. Now the question is saying, let's read as I told you, its blog, and let's put the verbs in the brackets. These are the verbs in the brackets in maybe simple past tense or maybe past continuous tense. Please focus if the action still continue in the past or maybe no. Okay, because sometimes it is little tricky. Okay, now July the 12th. In July the 12th, we have the day I nearly died. Today, I walk. Next, let me move my phone. Okay. So today, I walk next to the river when I nearly stand on a snake. What do you think?
No
Today I'm
walked.
walking.
Walk.
Today
I was
I was
walking.
I was
walking.
walking. I loved it. Today, when I was walking, okay, what happened?
Teacher, can you تشرح لي بس ال past continuous بس بسرعة؟
Let me give you a quick revision about the past continuous. The past continuous tense, first of all, you have to use was, were, plus verb ing. This is about the formation. Now, the usage, the first usage of the past continuous is if there is an action, that action happened in a specific time in the past. If you can specify the time in the past, you have to use the past continuous. For example, yesterday evening, yesterday morning, not only yesterday, but I specified the part of the day. So in this way, I have to use the past continuous, even with time, with day, with the part of the day, with month, with the name of months. Absolutely, you have to use the past continuous. Two, be careful if you are talking about two actions in the past. Maybe, Jamila, the two actions finished at the same time. You have to use two simple pasts. Or maybe one action is still continue and the second one stopped. Absolutely, the verb which is stopped, I have to use in the simple past, and the verb which still continue in the past, I have to use it in the past continuous. Sometimes the two actions still continue in the past until the action or the two actions are still continue. In this way, absolutely, I have to use both of them, both actions in the past continuous. But be careful of when and while. And even, Jamila, be careful of the question. For example, if I want to ask you, what were you doing yesterday at 8, you have to stick with the tense. You have to answer me using in the past continuous. Why? Because the question was in the past continuous. Sometimes if I want to ask you using the simple past, if you want to specify the time, you can use the past continuous. It's not that must. Okay, Jamila?
Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Exactly. So when I was walking next to the river, I nearly stand on a snake.
Stood.
برافو stood. ما أصلا إذا بدي أدعس على شيء أنا قديش بدي ضل داعس على شيء ثواني، فمن المنطقي أصلا ما أستخدمه بالpast continuous. So I stood on a snake. I stopped. I what?
Stopped.
برافو. I stopped immediately. I loved it. I stopped immediately. The snake's fangs أنياب go in,
Was going.
but is it
Where
singular?
Was going?
Was.
Guys, fangs is plural.
Where?
Where?
We're going in and
going?
out, continuous. We're going in and out, plus ing. I was really terrified. I not to move.
I didn't move.
Bravo. I didn't move at all. I didn't move. Absolutely move. One bite and absolutely you will be dead in only 3 hours. Before completing answering the gaps, let's try to check this one. So it is a 3.4. Let me play the recording. A 3.4. Let's check if you have a certain mistake. So we are in unit 3. That's amazing. We are really fast. And this is recording 4. Let's listen carefully. And let's check our mistakes if we have any.
Tape script 3.4.
Ed's blog, the 12th of July, The day I nearly died. Today, I was walking next to the river when I nearly stood on a snake.
Amazing.
I stopped immediately. The snake's fangs were going in and out. I was terrified. I didn't move. One bite, and you're dead in 3 hours.
Perfect, guys. All the answers
The 10th of September.
are correct. Now, thank you so much, and I think we have to complete. And absolutely, you have to be careful. Okay. Now, on the 10th of September, knives and guns. Early this morning, we cross the river by boat.
We was
We were,
crossing.
We what?
where
We
did
wa-
we were
was
crossing?
We
crossing.
was.
Where
Where?
crossing?
Please, you are level 3. We were crossing. So we were crossing. Absolutely, add ing to the verb. So early this morning, when we were crossing near the river, we see 5 canoes.
When we saw.
برافو. أصلا السي لا
We
يقبل
saw.
الاستمرار أصلا. Thank you. We saw 5 canoes. The tribesmen carry knives and guns.
Was carrying?
Where
Please,
carrying?
please, it's a plural. So we're carrying. So
What the meaning of tribesman?
tribe هو قبيلة من رجال القبيلة.
رجال بعرفها اوكي بس ما فهمت tribes.
tribe قبيلة. So we're carrying knives and guns. They were angry because we not have permission.
Didn't have.
Bravo, because we didn't have in the past a permission to cross the river. We didn't have permission to be on their land. We leave as fast as we left. Okay, let me write left. And let's check the answers. We left. Yeah, I loved it. Okay. Let's complete listening and let's check our mistakes if we have any.
Knives and guns. Early this morning, we were crossing the river by boat when we saw 5 canoes.
Amazing.
The tribesmen were carrying knives and guns. They were angry because we didn't have permission to be on their land. We left as fast as we could.
Amazing, guys. That's amazing. It is really correct. So now on the 24th of November, the jungle at night. So I lie in my hammock last night trying to
I
sleep.
was lying.
I
was lying.
I was lying. I was lying. طبعا لما أضيف اللاي لما أضيف له ing بدي أحط y. Please be careful. So lying. Let me write ing. So I was lying in my hammock last night trying to sleep, but it was really impossible because the noise of the jungle was so loud. Monkeys scream in the trees.
Where
Where
screaming?
While I was trying to sleep, monkeys were screaming. It is continuous. Were screaming in the trees.
Teacher, شو يعني lying و screaming?
Scream is يصرخ. أما lie يضطجع. طبعا أكيد lie إما يكذب أو يضطجع. أوكي؟
شو تاني وحدة؟
يستلقي.
يعني
أوكي؟ طبعا
ما عم بسمع.
يستلقي.
اوكي.
طبعا جايز بدنا ننتبه أكيد للpreposition. الlie إذا إجت in أكيد معناها يستلقي. أما lie with at is يكذب على. You lied at me. Okay. So monkeys were screaming in the trees and millions of mosquitoes buzz around my head.
Where buzzing?
Bravo. We're buzzing. Exactly. So still continue. We're buzzing and absolutely add ing. Buzzing around me or around my head. I take a
I
sleeping.
was taking.
I t-
No, I took.
mm, I
I
took.
took.
Okay.
I took a sleeping pill. I took a sleeping pill, and finally I fall asleep at 3 a.m.
fall
فول
كمان
بالباست مش يعني بتصير فيل
Present
Mm,
continuous.
أو فيل.
okay. Was falling or fall?
Was falling.
Okay. Let me write falling. Fell.
because at
Mm,
3 a.m. was
Yes,
falling.
was
was
falling
falling.
asleep at 3.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's
and
try
something.
to listen and let me tell you why if it is wrong.
The 24th of November. The jungle at night. I was lying in my hammock last night trying to sleep,
Bravo.
but it was impossible because the noise of the jungle was so loud. Monkeys were screaming in the trees, and millions of mosquitoes were buzzing round my head. I took a sleeping pill and finally fell asleep at 3 a.m.
Fell asleep. Okay. Guys, الفيرب fall يعني سواء السقوط أو إنه نام ما بيحتاج ثواني إلا إذا كنت أنا عم بسقط من أعلى بناء، وأكيد السقوط يمكن يحتاج 10 minutes. ففعل الفول it's rarely to accept the continuous. فأكيد أنا إذا بدي أسقط على الأرض أو إذا بدي نام أكيد بدي ثواني لحتى أسقط على الأرض. وما ننسى أنه C it's a verb that doesn't accept the continuous. So now you notice if you have two verbs in the past, be careful if a certain verb still continue, because absolutely in this way I have to use it in the past continuous. That's really amazing. Okay.
teacher
Mm.
يعني بنقدر نقول إنه ال past continuous بياخد هو a long duration in the past أكتر من ال past simple.
أكيد
هيك
بدي
فينا
يكون
نحسبها.
برافو أكيد بدي يكون في duration يلي هي الاستمرارية بالأكشن.
يعني الحدث الطويل هو ال past continuous.
أيوة برافو. بس زينب هبة ما ننسى لما نحن حكينا قبل عن الأفعال التي لا تقبل الاستمرار أو نستخدمهم بالباست كونتينيوس.
أوكي.
أكيد ما بقدر أقول I was seeing you أو I was believing you I was needing a sugar. أكيد بدي أحط هالأفعال بعين الاعتبار لا تقبل الاستمرار نهائيا.
أوكي.
وأكيد جايز الفعل fall مثل ما حكينا هو أصلا بحتاج ثواني لأسقط من أعلى، لأسقط من شارع، أو حتى ينام، إلا إذا برجع بقول استثناء إذا كنت عم بسقط من بناء وأنا بدي ربع ساعة لحتى أوصل على الأرض، فحالات نادرة جدا. وأكيد كمان بحط بعين الاعتبار إذا الفعل أو الأكشن عم بضل مستمر بالماضي أو لا. Okay, so this is it. Please be careful because sometimes it is little confusing. Now guys, let's talk about the pronunciation, and I need you to listen to me carefully because this lesson is extremely important. Don't forget, guys, please, speaking using the good punctuation in speaking is really important. I know that it's important to speak, but absolutely it's better to speak correctly. I will read these three verbs and I will tell you the difference between them. Don't forget that all of them here are in the simple past tense. Here I say stayed. I said the D as D. And here I said stopped. I changed the E to T and I deleted the E sound. And decided I kept the D as D and I kept the E sound. Now the question is, why in the first verb I deleted the E and I kept the D? In the second one, sorry, I deleted it. In the second one, I deleted the E sound and I changed the D to T. The final one, I didn't delete anything. I pronounced the E sound and even I kept and I didn't change the D at all. The first rule, guys, any verb ends with T or D I have to pronounce the E with D. Notice decide, because the verb ends with D sound, not word. I'm talking about sounds. You have to say decided. Another example, wait. If you want to say wait, what is the simple past of wait?
Waited.
Waited,
Wait.
exactly. So notice I pronounce the A plus the D. Why? Because the verb ends with T. So this is the first rule. Please keep it in your mind, because sometimes كتير من الطلاب guys بدل ما يقولوا talked بيقولوا talked. بدل ما يقولوا walked بيقولوا walked. أكيد walked خطأ. Okay. Now let me show you the rest of the two rules, because again, it is extremely important. I don't know if I have explained the same rule with the simple present. Now I think I have to explain it with the simple past. Let me search about the file. I think, no, it's not here. Maybe in week 3. Nope. Maybe in 4. Yes, this is it. This is with the simple past. Ah, this is it, or this is ES. Ah, this is with the simple present. This is the simple past. Okay. So again, guys, let me read the 3 different pronunciations of these 3 different verbs. So if I want to say missed, notice I replace the D with T, missed, and I deleted the E. Played, I deleted E and I maintain the D. Wanted, I maintain or keep the E with D. Now, why these 3 different pronunciation, although that all of them end with ED? As I told you guys, the first rule is any verb ends with the sound of T or D. Absolutely, you have to keep everything without deleting anything. Want, notice that want ends with T. I have to say wanted. Chat, T, chatted. Repeat, T, repeated. Need, D, needed. Attend, D, attended. Recede, receded. يمكن تخبروني بس teacher recede بينتهي بإيه؟ برجع بقول أنا ما بقصد الوردز أو اللترز، أنا بقصد الساوند، ولما أقول ساوند يعني صوت. بدي انتبه جايز، في فرق كبير بين اللتر والساوند. طبعا أنا لما أقول sounds ما بقصد A, B, C, D لأنه كلهم vowels. إذا بدي أقول A, B, C, D كلهم vowels. أوعى نقول ال pronunciations أو الساوندز على أساس الألفابت، مش على أساس الألفابت، على أساس الساوند. كيف يعني؟ يعني أنا بدل ما أقول K، لأنه K أكيد حتكون voiced يعني صوتي، أنا بقول ك. وأنا إذا بدي ميز من البرونانسيشن إذا كان voiced صوتي أو voiceless لا صوتي، فوراً بحط إيدي على الحنجرة. إذا شفت اهتزاز vibration فمعناها voiced، أما إذا ما شفت اهتزاز فمعناها voiceless لا صوتي. وبرجع بقول أنا ما إلي علاقة بالألفابت. أوكي، شوف الرول 2 شو بتقول. بتقول any verb ends with the sound with voiceless sounds. Okay, in this way I have to delete or replace the D with T, and I have to delete the E sound. Take a look at this example. Notice mess, missed. Again, if you want to say S, it's not S, it's S, S. If you want to say S, S, and put your finger on your throat, there will be no vibration. And because there is no vibration, it is voiceless. And because it is voiceless, immediately I have to delete the E sound and replace the D with T. So, miss, missed, walk, walked. Again, it's not K, it's K, K. If you want to say K and put your finger on the throat, there will be no vibration. And because there will be no vibration, it is voiceless. And any verb ends with voiceless sound. As I told you, the E sound should be deleted and the T should be replaced with T. Laugh. So notice no vibration at all. So in this way, I have to say laughed. Reached. It's ch, ch. If you want to say ch, ch, absolutely there will be no vibration. So immediately I have to say reached. Brush. Again, sh, sh. No vibration. So I have to say brushed. I brushed my teeth yesterday. Develop. Developed. Please be careful because P is voiceless and B is voiced. طب شو السبب انه P is voiceless و B is voiced؟ برجع بقول انا ما خصني بالالفابت، انا لما اقول P مفروض اقول P. فاذا بدي اقول P no vibration but B. Now try to say B, absolutely there will be vibration, and because there is vibration, B is voiced and P is voiceless. Because P is voiceless, absolutely I have to delete the E sound and immediately I have to replace the D with T. I think I have to ask you just to read these verbs. Tagreed, can you read these verbs, please?
Yes. Missed,
Mhm.
walk,
Amazing.
love, read,
Mhm.
brush, develop.
Amazing. Thank you, Tagreed. Hiba, can you read the verbs?
Yes. Missed, walked, laughed, reached, brushed, developed.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. Zainab.
Yes, teacher. Missed, walked, laughed, reached, brushed, developed.
Amazing. That's great. What about you, Jamila?
Missed, walked, laughed, reached, brushed, developed.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jamila. Idyala, can you say the verbs?
Hi, teacher.
Yes, hi, how are you?
I cannot speak.
Why you can't?
I am very sick.
Oh, God bless you. Please be careful
Sorry.
because the weather is fluctuated. Okay. Raed.
Yes. Missed, walked, laughed, reached, brushed, developed.
Oh, bravo. So please, guys, from this moment, from now on, you have to stop saying reached. It is wrong. Okay. Now, the final rule in the pronunciation is saying any verb ends with a sound. This sound is voiced. Absolutely. In this way, I have to delete the E and keep the D as D. Again, when I say play, I'm talking about what sounds. So the verb ends with the sound A. And absolutely, if I want to say A, it is voiced. And because it is voiced, I have to say played, plan. Again, it's not N, it's N, N. If you want to say N, absolutely, there is a vibration. In this way, I have to say planned, travel, L, vibration. So it is voiced. I have to say traveled, ways. طبعا كمان بدنا ننتبه من الاس والزد. الاس هي voiceless والزد هي voiced. Absolutely, if you want to say s, no vibration. But z, absolutely, there is vibration. So z is voiced and s is voiceless and ways ends with z. Because ways ends with z, I have to say raised, not raised. Absolutely, played, and repaired, rub. So notice b is voiced. Rubbed. Don't say rubbed. So this is the final rule. Now, absolutely, I have to ask you again to read these verbs. Tagreed, can you read these verbs, please?
Yes. Plant, travel, raised, played, repaired, rubbed.
Amazing. Thank you so
Rub.
much. Yes, it is rubbed. Hiba.
Yes. Planned, traveled, raised, played, repaired, rubbed. Rubbed.
Rubbed. Exactly. I have to delete the E sound. Thank you, Hiba.
Okay.
Zainab.
Yes, teacher. Planned, traveled, raised, played, repaired, rubbed.
Amazing. That's great. Jamila.
Planned, traveled, raised, played, repaired, rubbed.
That is
Rubbed,
awesome.
sorry.
It is rubbed. Exactly. Okay. Diara is sick. Raed.
Planed, traveled, raised, played, repaired, rubbed.
Thank you. But this is what, Raed?
Planed.
Plane is a plane. Plane is a noun, but this is a verb. What if I want to delete this?
Planned.
Yeah, it's planned. Thank you so much. So, guys, this is it. Please be careful about these 3 rules in pronunciation, because as I told you, if you want to speak, absolutely, you have to speak naturally. Now, let's go back and let's try to practice this exercise. This exercise, guys, we have some verbs. The speaker is going to say to us, these are the verbs, and we have to decide if the verb is only like stayed without E, sound only with D, or maybe I have to delete E and replace the D with T, or maybe replace the E and keep the E and keep the D sound. Okay, so let's listen. It is a 3.5, and you have to tell me which table, the verb I have to write. This is recording 5.
Tape script 3.5. Pronunciation. D, t, id. D.
Stayed.
So this is it. The first one, it is a stayed. Delete E sound, keep the D. 2.
Played.
What?
Played.
Played.
Yeah, exactly.
Played.
Where shall I write it? In the first table, the
The
second?
first one.
Exactly. So play, delete E and keep D. This is played. Now the third verb.
Phoned.
What?
Phoned.
Phoned, voiced.
First
Absolutely, yes. So A is voiced, A is voiced, N is voiced. In this way, absolutely delete E and keep the D. Phone, phoned. Now next.
Answered.
What?
Answered.
So where shall I write the verb?
ID. The
Last
the third
last.
one.
Guys, is R voiced or voiceless?
Voice.
It is voiced. Because it is voiced, I have to delete the E sound and keep the D.
Oh, okay.
So which table?
The first one.
Yes, exactly. So answer, answered. Why? Because R is voiced. It is not voiceless. Okay, the next verb.
Stopped.
This is it. So P is voiceless. Because it is voiceless, delete E and replace the D with T. Now the next verb.
Worked.
What?
Worked.
Exactly.
Work.
Which table?
T.
T.
Yeah, exactly.
The second
Because,
one.
because k is voiceless. Absolutely. Delete E sound, replace D with T. Now next.
Laughed.
What?
Laughed.
Exactly. So which table again?
The
second one.
Exactly. So is voiced.
Laughed.
Exactly. I have to delete E sound and replace the D with T. Okay, next.
Looked.
What?
Id.
Look.
Look.
Looked. Which table?
T.
Second one.
Yes. So,
Second table.
yes, thank you, Tagreed. So, is voiceless. Delete E, replace D with T. Okay, the next verb.
Decided.
Ah, this is it. Okay.
Decided.
Studied.
What?
Studied.
Studied. Okay. Studied. Absolutely. I have to delete the Y and add IES. IED, sorry. Studied. Now next.
Wanted.
What?
Wanted.
Uh-huh.
Wanted.
Wanted. Why I have to say the E sound and the D?
Because and
Because
is
T
voice.
is a voice
Bravo.
sound.
Please. Because the verb ends with T. Wanted. Okay. Do I have any verb still that?
Mended.
What
Yes.
is it?
Mended.
Mended.
Mended. So again, why I have to maintain the E sound with D?
Because and
Because T it's a voice
Bravo.
sound.
So they end with T and D. So this is it, guys. Pronunciation again is extremely important because absolutely in speaking you have to be natural. You have to speak spontaneously. Okay. Now, let me ask you this question, and absolutely you have to answer me. Now, what is the difference between these two sentences? When we arrived, she was making some coffee. Or
it's
when,
past continuous.
yes,
Past continuous.
exactly. The second one, when we arrived, she made some coffee. What is the difference between them in meaning?
Past simple. Past
يعني
continuous and past
Past
simple.
present.
طب مين قادر يشرح؟
The duration
مم.
to the first action is long than the second action.
برافو. اوكي، يعني مين قادر يشرح الاكشنز بالضبط شو صار؟
Past continuous.
Can I?
Yeah, please.
teacher بأول sentence كانت إنه في عنا إنه لو في ارسم لك الأكس يعني كيف الوقت أول شي هن وصلوا وقبل يعني لما وصلوا هي عملت شو اسمه عملت كافي بس بتاني وحدة شو اوكي بتاني وحدة لما وصلوا هي عملت يعني بفترة قصيرة قهوة مش على فترة طويلة واستمرت بالماضي.
اوكي ثانك يو سو ماتش جميلة. اوكي خلونا نشوف جايز. اول سنتنس بتقول نحن لما وصلنا كانت هي عم بتحضر الكافي، يعني بعد ما خلصت من تحضير الكافي فاضطرينا نحن نستنى شوي لحتى تكون الكافي ريدي. بينما بالسنتنس نمبر 2 لما وصلنا كانت مسبقا الكافي محضرة وجاهزة لحتى نحن نشربها. Okay? So please, absolutely the meaning will be different. Now too, I read a good book in bed last night. I was reading a good book in bed last night.
يعني التاني still بعده reading.
برافو طبعا. برافو. يفضل انه يحدد الوقت at 10, at 8, at 11. So please try to specify the time if you want to use the past continuous. So I think now you got the full idea about the past continuous, but it is not the end. This exercise is really important. Please be careful. Why